Hello everyone, I'm here with part 2 of my Zaku 1 build. I don't know if YouTube still has a 15-minute cutoff or what, but it let me upload my video, part 1, even though it was a little over 15 minutes. It was like 15 minutes and 14 seconds or something like that, and it still let me post it. So I'm going to try and keep this one going as long as I can. And then I will upload it. Hopefully I can get, the Zaku done. So, without further ado, back to the build. And also let's listen to Char's whole thing again. Because he's Char. This is Zaku video. Okay. Okay, I'm working on the second half of the torso now. And I gotta put a piece called C11 into the other side of the torso. It is like almost 4 a.m. here, but I haven't taken my sleeping meds yet, so I'll be up for a while. Yeah, I'm on medication. I really hope this is right. Yeah, I think I'm doing it right. Okay. All right. I got the torso finished. I'll form the torso and head as the, lead pilot of Voltron. The guy who pilots the Black Line. I forget his name right now. I think it's Chuck. Is his name Chuck? Anyway, that's what he says when they're forming Voltron. He says, "I'll form the head and torso." Yeah. I always thought it was weird how Voltron needs 5 lions to make him up. But when you think about it, the vast majority of Voltron's actually the torso. He's got, more torso than anything else. Don't get me wrong, I love Voltron. I grew up with Voltron. I used to have a Voltron toy when I was a kid. Don't have it anymore. I don't have a lot of my toys. But you can see what I do have in my Carl's collection videos, which I will be uploading at some point. Alright, now it's on to the backpack, which is in A6 part. Okay. A6. The backpack, which is oddly enough blue. I didn't think it would be blue. That's a little odd. Anyway, now is one of the videos that has soundtrack that's very touching called Sora no Tomato. Tomoto. Not tomato, Tomoto. Sora no Tomoto. It is a tribute to UC 79 through 83, which, as you know, was pretty much the entire One-Year War and the Xeon terrorism that happened afterwards, which culminated in Operation Stardust, which led to the formation of the Titans, who were quite possibly worse than Xeon. I don't know. It's not really a contest, but the Titans were horrible. Honestly, it was just an excuse to try and take over the galaxy, the whole Earth sphere, by some very corrupt officials. It's actually quite deplorable. Honestly, we see way too many corrupt politicians rise to power in real life, and then we see stuff like that happen in the Gundam universe, and it makes you worry about what could happen to our world if someone like that got a hold of power. It's funny though, the Titans, Zeon, Crossbone Vanguard, Zanzibar Empire, even the terrorist attack on Laplace, it's all orchestrated by the Jupiter Empire, the Jupiter Fleet. People that controlled pretty much the entire UC era, and even had a hand in the Reconquista in G plot. As they manipulated Zeonzum Daikum, Degwanzabi, and we're behind the bombing at Laplace. At least that's one possible theory. Who knows? I know it's kind of unfair to blame one faction group for everything that's wrong. But I guess you could compare them to the Sith. They stood behind the scenes and watched the galaxy and manipulated wars until they would come out of the shadows and seize everything. In fact, if you look at the 1 year war, they sent people from the Jupiter fleet to fight for Zeon. And then, during the Ayug and Titan War, Captain Shirako, the guy that ended up usurping the power from the Titans, was from the Jupiter fleet too. We know the Jupiter fleet were backing Zeon, and Degwanzabi had some sort of deal with them. I don't fully know all the details of it. But yeah, I just put the thrusters and backpack on. See? And now I'm looking on the torso guard, I guess you could say, or the chest armor. It's very nice. From the Star of Water, a tribute to Mobile Suit Gundam 3, Encounters in Space. Interestingly enough, this is actually a song from Zeta Gundam, which I think is just hilarious. That a really great, tribute to the third Gundam compilation movie used a song from Zeta Gundam where Char was the freaking hero. Or at least, one of the main heroes. I don't even know how he could have come from being Quattro Vegeta to going back to being Char. I don't know, it just seemed a little odd to me. I mean, we didn't really get to see him seize power, which was kind of odd. Though I heard Glemmy Toto was supposedly supposed to fill in for Char. Pretty much his role in Double Zeta or ZZ Gundam. So maybe Char gained power from the vacuum left by Hamon's death and the Glemmy faction warring with each other? I don't know. I guess I could just assume. Because there's no way Toriyama will tell us, even if he actually knows. I mean, not Toriyama, God, what's the name? Tomino. How could I forget that? It's Tomino. Yoshiyuki Tomino. Also known as Kill 'Em All Tomino. And Zeta Gundam and Victory Gundam are prime examples of that. Yes, they are. Notice how his Evangelion's kill count in End of Evangelion and the deplorable mess that was the third rebuild movie. That thing sucked. I really hope the fourth one's better because the second one was just awesome. That's my favorite one. But then again, I'm a Rei Shinji shipper, so that might have something to do with that. Okay, looks like building the head comes next, and they start with C7 and B7. C7 and C20. Let's see. Where's C7? Okay, there it is. C7. Oh, yeah, it's showing Amuro flying out of the core fighter in space where everyone's waiting for him and Frau catches him. I always thought it was weird how Frau ended up with Hayato and Amuro just jumped between all these different girls and then mysteriously disappeared. I like to think, and we never really got to see what happened to Sayla, so I'd like to think maybe Amuro and Sayla hooked up. After all, that's what they did in the original novel, which Tomino wrote. Stuff he wanted to do, but couldn't. Oh, next, The Ghost of Zeon, the story of Hamon Karn. She is kind of like the second Lala, I guess you could consider her, at least to Char, and her and Char, got together, but in Char's deleted affair, Portrait of a Young Red Comet, it portrayed Hamon as being sort of more of a little sister to Char, even though she loved him deeply, and she ended up murdering Char's current girlfriend, who was her bodyguard, and killed Char's unborn child that she was carrying. But according to Sunrise, anything that isn't animated is non-canon. So, based on everything we saw through Zeta Gundam and Double Zeta Gundam, including the memory of Char with his arms around Hamon and they're overlooking a bay, the bay's in the backdrop, I like to think that they actually were together because that picture looks like it was taken, at least memory-wise, relatively not that long ago. So, I have to believe that they were together until recently, maybe a few months or a year before Char adopted the Quattro Vagina alias. In fact, the Portrait of a Young Red Comet design for Hamon is actually impossible because it shows her as a young child, whereas in 0083 we see her as pretty much the same exact design that she has in Zeta Gundam, which is 4 years beforehand, which seems kind of impossible. At least to me, it seems kind of impossible. Oh, cool, I get to put the mono eye on now. Let's go look for that. Okay, I think says it's sticker number. It isn't being specific. I think it says strip. This strip seems way too freaking long. I don't know. It seems a little odd to me that this strip goes on this tiny thing, even if it wraps around it. I don't know, it seems weird to me. Anyway, regardless, looks like it's the same symbol. Yeah, it's the same symbol. Oh. Yeah. You know, the weirdest thing is that in Double Zeta Gundam, Judao actually never defeated Haman. She actually let him win, even when he had, like, the combined powers of all the new types that were killed so far. He still wasn't good enough to stop her. She actually stopped herself and chose to let herself die. Which means she's technically the only Mobile Suit Gundam villain that I know of, anyway, that never actually was defeated. She actually just killed herself. It was mostly to avoid capture, I think. But anyway, here's what I got so far. I put the black streak on there, and gotta put the dot on there, because it ain't a Zaku if it ain't got that dot. Gotta get that dot on there. Now, a lot of people would put it on the center. Like, it shows right here. But I'm going to put it more to the side, so it isn't so obstructed. Yeah. I think a Zaku eye, it's like going to the side a little bit, actually makes more sense. It's not being obstructed so much by the thing. And again, this section does seem to move at least a little bit, but not very much. I probably wouldn't be able to move the head too much. See, let's got the little dot there now. Off to the side a little bit. Okay, and next we're going to be doing the helm aspect with the 7. Shouldn't. Does it? The command fin. Oh no, it's for the back. In case you don't know, when a mobile suit has like a little fin thing up there, like that, it means it's a command unit. I think the fin's mostly for aesthetic purposes, and I don't think it actually does anything. B20 and B21. Okay, let's go grab those parts. B20 and 21, as you can see here. Yeah. Oh, wait. No. They're down here. Yes. Oh, wait. Is that them? No. 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 Yeah, I was right before. Right here. These two parts right here are the helmet aspect, I guess you could call it. Yeah, see that cross slash that Haman does with Judao? She could have used her funnels easily. She didn't have to go straight to fighting him close range. She could have used some of her funnels and taken him out, because his suit had pretty much already been exhausted. But she chose, instead of, ejecting where Judao was actually openly going to catch her, she actually pushed herself back because she knew the Quiblade was going to explode and decided to die with it. Which I think is actually a real shame, because Haman was just awesome. She was a great character. And now, Universal Century Gundam AV. But it's using white reflection from Gundam Wing. So again, another weird thing going on here. A Gundam character that should have died at the end of Zeta Gundam that didn't was Yazan Gable. I hated that guy. Then again, M Machine was kind of a waifu to me, and he also killed former Same. Oh no, wait, Jared did that. Briefcase. Anyway, he killed so many people in the final battle. He killed Kotz, which, he was like a mixed signal sort of character. Some people hated that he got to come back and be a main character. Some people liked it. It was sort of like a little brother to Camille, I guess you could call him. But, yeah, he basically got screwed over in both the versions of Zeta Gundam, like the compilation movie, even more so. So, yeah, definitely seems kind of unfair. Yeah, this AMV starts with Zeta Gundam, goes to ZZ Gundam, Char's Counterattack, F91, I think Victory too. And Victory, that thing was a load of crap. Even Toriyama hated it. I kid you not. Toriyama went on record saying he hated Victory Gundam. That was like a huge mistake. So honestly, if he hated it so much, that should tell you right there why it's bad. I mean, really. Then again, it was a very depressing series. I mean, really, I got so depressed watching it. Oh, cool, it does have a control fin. Yeah, it can be either standard or command class. Oh, that is cool. I might be able to do that Ramba Roll paint that I wanted to do after all. Or maybe Seema Gahara, because if she piloted Zaku 1, which she did canonically, though we never actually got to see it, she probably would have a Command 1. But yeah, it's an unexpected treat, I think. This is one of the non-Gundam soundtracks that's on my playlist. It is from Cowboy Bebop. It is called Green Bird. Beautiful song. Seems to be associated with Spike Spiegel quite a bit. I still wonder, did Spike really die? I mean, he's come back to life before. So. I don't know, just kind of a few unresolved questions in Cowboy Bebop. But, hey, that's just how things go. Sometimes our favorite series is, they don't have the conclusions we want. Things are left unanswered. And even if those things are answered, sometimes we do not get the full-on conclusion we wanted. There's nothing you can do about it. But that is what fan fiction is for, my friends. And I am actually a somewhat good fan fiction author, at least I think. I've done a lot of different franchises. Most of them from My Little Pony works. Sea Space Cowboy, yeah, that always got me. Last time we saw that. Who knows? Maybe I'll give Cowboy Bebop fanfic at some point. If I did, Ed would definitely be the main character. She's like one of my waifus. I love her. I have had a crush on her since I was 11. Oh, speaking of which, lo and behold, the next video on my tribute list is a tribute to Ed. In case you don't know, Edward Wong Hyung Petruvsky III from Cowboy Bebop is actually a girl whose age is kind of debatable. She's maybe 12. I don't really know, but she is freaking adorable. So I give her a big hug. Yeah, she's like the epitome of adorkable. And she's actually an avid chess player, which is something I actually did quite a bit. In fact, I even went down to the park a few times with my dad and played against a bunch of people. I can never beat him, though. Then again, I guess that makes sense, because he's the one who taught me how to play. I miss my dad not being around. But you guys don't need to hear about that. And again, that's also something I can relate to Ed with, because her dad's kind of absent too. But for different reasons. Her dad is, I think, just as nuts as her. She's so cute. Look at her, jumping around and biting people and walking around without any shoes on all the time. She doesn't even like wearing socks. I guess she just doesn't like her feet being restricted, maybe. Let's see. Looks like next thing I'm putting together is actually the gun. That is weird. That is the next thing I put together. That seems like something you do later. But whatever. C8, 10, 12, 15. C8, 10. Watch out for Ed and her crazy drones. She's like the queen of all hackers. sure I'm not the only one who has had a crush on her. Most people probably gravitate towards Faye, though, but I mean, Faye has her feminine wiles, but I don't know. She just seems like someone that, at the end of the day, you wouldn't be able to count on. Plus, you know, there's the whole her and Spike thing. It's just love, Gundam Wing. If I remember right, this is the Gundam Wing end theme where Relina just runs around messing with animals. I'm serious. It's her in a little safari outfit running around and basically just poking animals inappropriately. I don't know why they would have Relina do that. Oh, and this video has a picture of Hiro holding her, which is something he never actually, I think, did. He was too busy pointing a gun at her. She did hold him a few times, though. Theirs was a really weird romantic thing. I mean, honestly, it was just kind of odd to me. Yeah, just love. Has nothing to do with you just having severe Stockholm Syndrome, Relina. Hiro, aren't you going to kill me yet? It's like, jeez, how many times did she say that throughout the course of the animated series? And then that god-awful novel series? Woman's got a death wish, but only Hiro can grant it. I don't know. Clearly something wrong with Relina. And don't get me wrong, I'm all about peace, but I really don't think dismantling every single weapon is a good idea. Honestly, the Sank Kingdom just doesn't seem like something that would actually be feasibly doable. I mean, you know, eventually someone is going to go off the beaten path and get a hold of weapons again, because, you know, humanity has this sort of need to fight. So, you know, it's like, what can you do? Just one of those situations where you think what you're doing matters, but it doesn't. I mean, I don't think that the Sank Kingdom works. That isn't to say I think Relina's a total idiot. I mean, she's got her heart in the right place, but true pacifism, where you just, like, don't fight at all, did not work out so well for Gandhi. And that's just the way pacifists like that always end up. Eventually someone refuses to listen to them. When that happens, people die. And it's sad. But there's nothing you can do about it. Humanity is just destined to constantly sort of fall back towards violence. Speaking of violence, here's a tribute to G Gundam, the super robot of the Gundam series. And choosing the theme Kamen Ryuki. Which is awesome! And got turned into Dragon Knight, which was actually really underrated. I think that story like changed all the right things and kept some good bare bones parts. I mean, there were some complaints that I have with Dragon Knight, don't get me wrong, but I think that it was an absolutely great attempt to bring Kamen Rider to America, and was definitely better than Masked Rider. I think Masked Rider is one of those series that like had potential, but just did not deliver on it. Unlike G Gundam, of course, which was just freaking awesome. It was just freaking awesome. I mean, you wouldn't think Super Robot Gundams and Magic Martial Arts would actually work, but it did. In fact, my favorite characters are Schwarzbruder, aka Kyoji, and Alan B. Beardsley. I mean, Rain's okay. I really liked her Gundam, the Rising Gundam, though. But I've always been partial to archery experts, so that probably has something to do with it. And I don't know why they wanted me to do the gun next, but hey, that's what the instructions said. Watch out for that, it's the Zaku machine gun. And one last little pink dot sticker. It's kind of weird that there are only 3 stickers in the whole kit. I guess that means I gotta paint the heat axe. So I'm gonna have to get some model paints. Okay, and I put the little pink dot in there. You guys see that? It's like the rifle scope. It's very nice. Yeah, Alan B's another character I really, really liked. I kind of had a crush on her too when I was a kid. Anyway, also, I really liked Sailor Moon when I was a kid. I know that's an unmanly thing to say. But I think that also gravitated me towards Alan B as a favorite character because she pilots Sailor freaking V. That's right. That Gundam that Alan B pilots is Sailor freaking V from Sailor Moon. And in the manga, she's got, get this, an upgraded version of her Noble Gundam that looks like Eternal Sailor Moon. Or maybe it's Eternal Sailor Venus? I don't know. Anyway, it turns out there's also all these spin-offs of the Noble Gundam, like side units, and each one of them is designed after a Sailor Scout. There's even a Chibi Usa one, which just sounds adorable right there. Because Chibi Usa is freaking adorable. She's another character I had a crush on. I know a lot of people don't like her, but I do. I love Chibi Usa. I'm too partial for Helios, though. I actually ship her more with Peruru. Probably because Helios really didn't do jack throughout most of the series. I mean, yeah, you gave him power upgrades, but big freaking deal. He never actually did anything. Also, I think it's kind of selfish how he asks Chibiusa to remain a child for him because he doesn't want her to ever grow up because then they can't be together, which makes him pretty much Peter Pan, but also because he's clearly an adult. In the manga, he was stated to have been friends with her father during the Silver Millennium, meaning he is way older than her. I don't know, it just doesn't seem right to me. Kind of pedophilic, I guess you could say. I mean, Pururu, he looks like he's around her age. I mean, we don't really know how old he is. But Naoko Takeuchi designed him, so she designed him to look the way he does. So, oh, by the way, this is the Cinderella 4 symphonic background music from Zeta Gundam. Former Same was a hugely tragic person. Then again, I guess you could say every Gundam series has to have at least one. Though some usually have 2 or 3. Like Gundam Unicorn and Double Zeta Gundam. In fact, Zeta Gundam actually had like 3. If you count Sarah Zabirov and Rosamia Badam, I was actually partial to all those characters. Though, the one I ship the most with Camille is definitely Emma Sheen. I don't know, I guess you could say Zeta just had some of the best girls in all of the UC era. You know, it's like that and Unicorn. I mean, Double Zeta was kind of, but I really did not like Rouge Loca. And Elle, she just seemed kind of bland to me. Charasoon, on the other hand, wow, she's a real wildcat, that one. You know, I kind of think her and Haman were like best friends or something. Because it seems like Chara's death was the one that kind of broke Haman the most, even though she's known Mashimar since she was like a kid. So, take with that what you will. I just thought it was weird how Tomino started out Double Zeta as a comedy and halfway through it turned into a huge tragedy. And Zeta, that was tragedy defined. So many characters died. Such horrible ways, too. Ooh. Bara no Yutsi from G Gundam. This is a tribute to George Jassan and is his character song. Now I'm working on the shield. You know, my friend Chris actually sent me this mobile suit because he wanted the shield and he didn't know what to do with the rest of the suit because he already had one. I'm not quite sure if that one came with a shield or not, or whatever. But, hey, it's a huge gain for me. I mean, I've only got, like, 2 actual model kits and 2 Gundam action figures. One is the Zebra Gundam, one of the most racist-looking Gundams I think ever, also from G Gundam, and a Gafrane from Gundam Age. My mom ordered that for me. I never actually really got that into Gundam Age, but since I have the Gafrane, it makes me a little partial to it in some of the games. Because, you know, it's the suit you got, so I don't know, that kind of means that you gotta You gotta like it. Apparently it's actually the goof of that series and not the Zaku, like most people think. Which is actually really interesting. You know, I really hope that you guys are enjoying me talking, because I really need someone to talk to right now. I'm going through a lot of life stuff, so just being able to talk, even if it's just me talking to myself, I know other people are going to hear it. And, you know, maybe some of you will care, maybe some of you won't. But, you know, just to all the viewers that end up watching this, especially my friends I link it to, the fact that you're listening to this video actually means a lot to me. Because, you know, it's like, out of all of the internet, and like all the videos on YouTube and stuff, you people decided to click on mine. And you know what? I just gotta say that it means a lot to me. I'm someone that kind of deals with depression and anxiety and whatnot, and you know, knowing that, you know, if anyone gives this a like, it means a lot to me. But I'm not exactly doing this just for likes. I'm doing this because I just thought, hey, why not? I mean, people put up this kind of stuff on YouTube all the time. Why not me? Hong Kong Konkota Asia no Rakuren. I'm pretty sure this is Master Asia's theme. Watch out for him! He's the undefeated of the East, and he's apparently got a really beautiful singing voice. Just like Master Asia wasn't broken enough. You know, although Schwartz Bruder's kind of the Char clone of that series, Master Asia's ideals are like almost identical to Char's. And then there's that Ulube guy. Hate him. He doesn't stand for anything except for the pursuit of power. And that would be my cat. His name is Salem. He is a black cat. I don't know what he wants right now, but I will only be gone a sec. I don't know how to pause this and then start it back up, so. What is it, Salem? Okay, I'm back. He wanted out. I'm sure we've all had cats like him. You know, the crazy cat that's just like a little furry person. Anyway, here is the shield. It is blue for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, I'm going to be sending this to Chris. few days, maybe, or whatever. Probably have to wrap it in bubble wrap. I'm gonna send it with some comics I promised him. He's gonna send me some comics he promised me. Okay, I built all of the weapons. Looks like what comes next is an arm. The non-shoulder guarded arm. Because for some reason, I don't know why, there's only a shoulder guard on one of the arms. Seems like kind of a design flaw for this mobile suit. I don't know. It seems weird to me. Weird, choice aesthetically to make. Oh, I got a message from my mom about how she's doing well at the Corvallis Hospital, and I live in Lincoln City, so they had to bring her out there today, which is the day I got this mobile suit, so that gives me something to, do while she's in the hospital. She just needs some blood transfusions, some blood work, and stuff. But she'll be gone for a few days. She got really sick. It's part of her cancer treatments. Cancer awareness. Important. Very. In fact, the voice actress who voiced Sarah Zabirov in Zeta Gundam, but you might also know her as the voice actress of Mihoshi Kuramitsu from Tenchi Muyo, another series that's near and dear to my heart, and Sora Takeuchi from Digimon. She died recently, last year, and that is why Digimon Adventure Tri was put on a bit of a hiatus. Yeah. She died from advanced breast cancer. Oh, the Schwartz-Bruder one? Oh, that one got taken off. Okay, then. Anyway. Breast cancer awareness is a serious matter. And speaking of breasts, the next character song playing is Rain Mikamura, who, as you know, when she puts on the Gundam Mobile Fighter suit, it is not a good time for your parents to be listening in. Sounds like a hentai. Interesting thing is that Rain's voice actress later voiced Colin's mom in Code Geass, which is weird because Colin looks like she would be Domon's kid and pretty much acts like it anyway. Oh, and look, lo and behold, she's got a fist that's burning red and cries out to defeat you, Britannians. Because you say she's the Queen of Hearts then, if Domon's the, king. In fact, this Code Geass RP I do, because we never see Colin's dad, I have Colin's dad as Knight of the Round, who just, for some reason, looks like Tomon Kashu. I just thought that would be freaking hilarious if her dad looks like Tomon Kashu. I don't know if it is, though. It's actually kind of sad, because she's got to fight her own dad. But, Colin is just that sort of woman. She's very empowering. Female mecha and pilots are usually pretty empowering characters. Though sometimes they're not. Like Rain, when she was a mobile pilot, was like... Whereas Allenby was actually really inspiring, at least I think so. And then there's characters like Sayla that were inspiring. She was actually the very first female Gundam pilot, in case you guys didn't know that. Let's see, A37 and 42. Jeez. I cannot find it. Did it actually say those numbers, or did I misread them? No. No, they must be on a different sheet then, because not on this one. You'd think they'd be on the A one, but I'm not seeing them. That's the A7. This is weird. What's even weirder is that there's like 5 copies of A33. Wait, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Could it be that these are the pieces? No, that can't be right. Whatever, I'm going to put together the Strom Faust while I'm looking at this. It's only like 2 pieces that I know the locations of. I think Allenby has a song too, and it's on here. Hopefully that one doesn't get... Oh, this one's definitely Master Asia's. Okoto Michi Kenmo no Michi. See that Master Asia's face there. The Undefeated of the East. And I know the mangas aren't canon, but they did a prequel manga in which he was the main character. I actually read a translation of it, and it was pretty awesome. It helps put more into context who he is, I think. Look, the East is burning red. I think Master Asia wasn't actually a bad person. It's more like he got consumed by his hatred for what humanity was becoming. Something that drowned in his own power, own genius, and own sense of justice. I guess you could say I kind of respect him. You don't have to agree with someone's ideals to respect them. That is another important life lesson. Another bag I missed? I feel like there's another bag that I missed. Oh, here it is. A2. It's been going on for almost an hour. This video. Oh, it's really going to be something. So I don't think too many people are going to want to stick around for this long for a video about building a Zaku, where the Zaku's not really getting built very much. You know, I'm not used to doing this because I hardly ever build model kits. Last one I built was the Astaroth gun, and that was like, yeah, 6 months ago. That one took me a while too. Because model kits usually just take a little while to put together. Well, whatever. I mean, it's like it's something I get to do all the time. I usually have money for this kind of stuff. My family's pretty poor. Just mom in me. And she doesn't work. And I don't work either. But, hey, them's the breaks. It's a recession. Jesus, I can't get this thing out. There we go, finally. Oh, I guess my hands are getting a little greasy, maybe. And 35. Get the win. Domon's song. Domon is like the ultimate hot-blood badass, I think. I'm having a problem with this one too. Sorry if I swear occasionally. I try to keep that kind of language off of YouTube. But in fact, that's one of the reasons why I stopped going to Forever World for his reviews. Because he cursed so much. I didn't like it. Having online manners doesn't make you swear, though. There's a time and a place for that language. I just don't think every other word in a review should be F this, F that. No. You know, I know they're singing Japanese, but a minute ago it almost said like, don't said F you. But I guess that just is another testament to how he doesn't take nothing from nobody. Because he's Domo and Kashu. The new undefeated of these. The king of hearts. Of the Shuffle Alliance. How? Yeah, I'm still working on that arm, people. Don't worry, I'm gonna get it done. There we go. Got the piece. Okay. Let's see. I think trying to say goes this. I don't know. Let's see here. A37. This one, and how's it going? Like that, and do like that, and then 42. Holy shining light unto us all. Church. That's right, gentlemen, you get that win. You get that win and just say F you to all of us and show us your glowing, shining fist. Which I don't think they ever actually explained how that works in G Gundam. Like, is it magic or something, or another series they really should have elaborated a little bit more on. A little bit. And here we go, Chibbity Crockett, Champion Chibbity. I think it's funny that Chibbity Crockett's basically a space pimp and he's the American representative. Seriously, he's got like Charlie's Angels, only there's like 4 or 5 of them as his crew. And it's implied that all of them are in love with him. I thought it was weird how in that prequel manga all the Shuffle Alliance members were the previous, like, fighters from all of the main fighters in G Gundam. It's like, well, then you should have known that these guys would be your successors because they're from the same freaking country as you. It's pretty obvious that Chibbity Crockett was supposed to be, like, at least appearance-wise, based on Davy Crockett, American folk hero, and former senator from Louisiana, I think. A18 and 19. He's a champion. I'm a champion. As Eagle Eye would say, I'm a champion. Wait. Yeah, okay. See, PC1, and this is an important part. Oh, it's an I. PC I. Important! It's also kind of funny. Sounds like Western music. Piano. Saisashi, the China Shuffle. I grew up with the dub of G Gundam, so I'm not fully used to their original Japanese voices. I don't know, I think Saisashi's makes him sound a little bit too old. Because the kid's only supposed to be like 11 or something like that. think the in this case the English version actually did a better job of like making the characters sound authentic. I don't know, maybe they should have gotten a girl to voice them like they did in America. I think, I'm pretty sure it was a girl. If you're wondering, that's not Saisashi, that's one of the monks that babysits them. So afraid I'm gonna screw this up. Lo and behold, I think I did screw up. Because I'm pretty sure this arm is in backwards. Oh, no, wait. I can just flip it around. No big deal. See? Oh, and here's a song dedicated to Domo and Rain. Oh, no, I ship it more with Alan B. But they're cute sometimes. Let's see. Then again, that Gundam Evolve thing pretty much ruined Domo and Rain for me. I mean, really. Yeah, you look like a psycho bitch. I know I said I don't like cursing, but I don't know how else to categorize the way that special made Rain look. I mean, really. It's like a little Gundam Evolve OVA thing. Check it out. Gundam Evolve's pretty cool. Though I don't know if it's actually canon or not. I mean, they said anything they animate's canon, but that was like in 2005 or 6, so I don't know if they changed their stance on that or not. I don't know. 27, 28. Be very careful with this one. Rain is quite the singer, though. Her voice actress is absolutely beautiful sounding. I think they definitely had a better voice actress for her in Japan than they did in the American version. Because sometimes her voice kind of sounded annoying, especially when she nagged Domon. Let's see. It says this. Need to put this part through like that. Strong arm. Ooh, Allenby's song. Allenby's First Love. Talking about her love for Domon. I think it's funny that you piloted the Sailor V Gundam when her personality is actually more akin to Sailor Jupiter. Though they highlighted that in Gundam Build Fighters. Those of you that have seen Build Fighters will know what I'm talking about. A25 and 26. Yeah, 25 and 26. And PCH, which is again a very important part. It seems like whenever the PC pieces are concerned, it usually is. Yeah. I wish I was better at getting these things off. Oh, Allenby was so cute, her little tomboyness. Here we go. I think there's two of these H things. 5 o'clock. Well, this video is almost an hour and a half long anyway, so I guess I should just save the rest for part 3. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to sleep and check back with you for part 3.